Good morning students and welcome to our YouTube channel Gnan Manjari Modern School. So in the previous video we are just going through the chapter number 4. In that we have seen about the skeletal system Firstly we have seen about the organs, that in human body there are many types of the organs and they are just divided into two categories, that was internal organ and the external organ. So what is the internal organ? So internal organs are the organs which are inside our body. Then external organs, the organs which are on the outside of the body, that are known as the external organs. So internal organs are very soft. It required protection. So for protecting internal organs, there is two systems, that is skeletal system and the muscular system, okay, which protects our internal organ. Then after we have seen the different parts of the skeletal system. Okay, first of all, what is skeletal system? In an adult human being there is 206 bones. Okay, so here the skeletal system is made up of the bones. Then after, if the skeletal system is not there in our body, then we can't able to sit, can't able to walk, run and that all thing. We will be like limb cloth. Okay, so here next, that is we have seen the different parts, but before that we have also seen the bones make a liquid that is known as the bone marrow, and which produces what? It produces the red blood cell. And then after we have seen the four different parts of the skeletal system. That first was what? The skull, means the head part. Then after that was the backbone, which is here. Okay, then after backbone or spine, or the skull or the cranium. Then after thirdly we have seen the rib cage, which just protects our lungs and heart. Fourth, we have seen the upper limbs and the lower limbs. Okay, so this all the things we have seen in the skeletal system. And then after here we have seen the uses of skeletons. What are the uses of skeleton? Let us see one by one. That is, the skeleton gives shape and support to our body. Here firstly the skeleton gives shape and support to our body. Then after the next, that is, it protects the soft, delicate or internal organs. The cranium protects the brain and the rib cage protects the lungs and the heart. Secondly, it is used to protect our internal organs, the soft organs which are very delicate. So first, the rib cage protects our heart and lungs and the cranium protects our brain. Okay. Then after, bone contains bone marrow which produces red blood cell. Here in bone they contains a bone marrow. So what is bone marrow? They produces the red blood cells. Then after, it is fourth one, bones store minerals such as calcium and phosphorus. Here we all know that we just go to doctor, and if our bones are weak, then what doctor suggests us? To just eat the calcium rich and phosphorus rich food. Okay. Then after, with the help of the muscle fixed to them, bones make all movements possible. Here bones and the muscles are mixed together and merged together as joints. So what happens? They just make all the possible movements. Okay. And then after, here we just come to the joint. Okay. So what are joints? So joint is what? Joint means when the two bones are connected with each other or linked with each other, the device which is through which it is connected, that is known as the joint. Okay. Here it is, you have already seen that the bone can be movable or immovable. The bones of the skull is immovable. They are immovable in order to protect the brain. These are tissues called ligaments that joins the bones at the movable joints of different types. Here first is hinge joint. Hinge joint. So what is that? It is, you can see that here it is written, it joints like this only can move in the one direction, that is this. Talking about this elbow, knee, so you can see this is, we can see it can be moved only in the one direction, that are the hinge joint. Then after second one, that is ball and socket joint. So what is ball and socket joint? So here this joint, here shoulder joint, you can see we can move our hand freely round or on this side, this side. So this is the ball and socket joint. Over here in this kind of joint, here it is a cup like structure, okay, here, and then after you can see here it is connected like this. So it is known as the ball and socket joint. Okay, then after the leading joints and the pivot joints. So leading joints, which is here in our ankle and in the foot, okay, that is wrist and the ankle. And then after the pivot joint, the skull rests on the top vertebrae and it joins by through a pivot joint. Okay, then after now coming towards our new topic, that is muscular system. Okay, so what is muscular system? Let us see that. So, muscular system, that is the muscles and the tendons in the body make up the muscular system. So, what makes the muscular system? So, we can write that is the muscles and tendons in the body make up the muscular system. Okay, here the muscles and the tendons in the body make up the muscular system. That is, the bones are attached to the bones, and it is the muscle that helps in all of our body movement, from smiling to leaping over a wall. Some muscles work in pair. For example, if we want to lift up our arm, the muscles of the arm contract to pull the lower arm, and another set of muscle contract lower the lower arm. The muscle contract and shorten and relax alternately to make body part movement. We have more than 600 muscles in our body attached the bone by the tendons. Here they are just saying that the muscles just work in pair. How they just work in pair? So here, if I just want this to come over here, so what happens? The upper arm, okay, is there, its muscle just pull the lower arm, okay, it will just pull and it will just contract, and the lower arm will be just bigger, okay, it will just be pulled over this side. So they work in pair for the possible movements. Okay, students. Then after here it is types of muscles. Okay, types of muscles. Let us see. Types of muscles. So here also there are further types of the muscles. Okay, so here we can say that first it is given the voluntary muscle Okay, and it is another that is involuntary muscles. First it is voluntary muscles, and second it is involuntary muscles. Okay, voluntary muscles and involuntary muscles. Now let us see which are voluntary muscles and which are involuntary muscles. So here the muscles whose movement we can control are voluntary muscles. So here first that is the muscles whose movements we can control are called voluntary muscles. Okay, like our arms, legs, then face. This all the things have the voluntary muscles. Now talking about the involuntary muscles, what are they? So for the involuntary muscles, the muscles which are the muscles which we can control are involuntary muscles. Okay, here they have just categorized muscles into two types, that is voluntary muscles and involuntary muscles. So first of all, voluntary muscles, that is the muscles which we can control by ourselves, that is the voluntary muscles. So here first of all, talking about the muscles of the mouth. So here if we want to speak, then only the muscle will work and we can control that muscles. How? Now I am just speaking, then you can see this jaw is moving by the muscle. If I just don't speak, see here, is this moving? No, it is not moving. Why? Because I can control that muscle. Now talking about this elbow, so here you can see I want to just straight my hand, yes I have straight, then bend. So here you can see it is elbow is in our control, and also the knee. Okay, so knee, from the knee joint you can see the muscle. If I just don't want to, I'm just walking, and then after I just don't want to walk, then the muscle will just walk by itself? No, it will just not walk. Why? Because it is in our control. Now involuntary muscles, so the muscles which are not in our control, we can't control these muscles, so that are the involuntary muscles. So here the examples are, here the muscles which are in our heart, kidney, lungs. So this all are the involuntary muscles. If they will stop working, then we have our dead. Okay, we can't live. So they are involuntary muscles, and if we are sleeping, they are just these muscles are doing their work. Okay, so here I am reading that muscles can be either voluntary or involuntary. The muscles whose movement we can control are voluntary muscles, such as those of arms, legs, and face. These are muscles that we can control. They are the involuntary muscles. They continue to move even when we are asleep, such as the muscles of heart, lungs, kidney, and foot canal. They continue to expand and contract without our control. Exercise always tones the muscles and makes them stronger. Walking, jogging, and swimming. Then after here is an all good exercise. It is because of the muscles that we can sit or stand. It is also necessary to stand erect and straight, not slouch around. A person who slouches all the time may develop a curved back or shoulder. So sit straight, develop a good posture. Women in Indian village walk straight in several pose balance on their head without needing to hold them. Have you seen them? Try walk erect with a couple of hard back box on your head. So here we have to sit straight and just walk straight. Okay, so here they have just given an example of the village women which just bring water in the pot on the head. Okay, so what they just do, they just walk straight. Why? Because to balance that pots which are on their head, they just don't hold them with the hand. It will just not just come down or will not be fallen down. Okay students, so for that you need to you need to walk straight and also sit straight. Okay students, now here coming towards our new topic, that is the central nerve system. Okay, let us see that, but before that, if you want to note down this, then you can note down. Okay students. Okay students, have you written down this? Now moving towards our new topic, central nerve system. So what is the central nerve system? Central nervous system, central nervous system. So what is it first of all? So the nerve system consists of the brain, spinal cord and the nerves. Here what does the nerve system consist of? It consists of brain, spine, spinal cord and nerves. Okay, it consists of brain, spinal cord and nerves. Okay students, here how does the nerve system work first of all? Here I'll just give the introduction in this video. We will just go deeper in the next video. So here first of all, what is the nerve system? If I say that if your mother is making tea, okay, you will not just touch that vessel, okay, you will not touch that vessel. Why? Because it is hot. Okay, so here what happens, sometimes you don't know that that vessel is hot or it is cold. Okay, what we can touch a vessel which is a normal, having the room temperature. In that you can just have 5 degree more or 5 degree less, that you can touch easily. Okay, now here if I say that you don't know that vessel is hot, so what will happen, you touch that vessel by accident. Okay, so what you will just do, you will just touch and directly take your hand back. Why you just take your hand back? So here it is a reason that this message just go to the brain, but before going to the brain it just go to the nervous system, it just go to that. Okay students, so what the message will not go directly to the brain, it will just first of all go to the nervous system which is on backbone, which inside the backbone. Okay, so here you touch, the message will go to the nervous system. And what in this type of case is what it will do, nervous system direct gave the answer that don't touch that vessel, just take your hand back, and you will just take your hand back without thinking. Okay, it is in milliseconds of the time, you just take your hand back. Why? Because of the nervous system, you just take your hand back. Okay, so here nervous system, it is most important part of our body. Okay, if this system is not there, then we can't just feel directly. Okay, because you just touch the hot vessel, and then after what will be there, it will be give message to the brain that this I am having hot on this fingers. So the message will go, then after answer will come, then it will be late. So this just nerve system directly give answer in couple of milliseconds. Okay students, now here it is nervous system consists of brain, spinal cord and nerves. The nervous system controls the all exchange of all the parts of our body, and it is the brain that controls the nervous system. Nervous system carry the message from sense organ to the brain. The brain commands the body parts to react suitably. Nerve system carry again back the message from the brain to the body parts. Here, what is the work of nervous system? That is, it is a postman, we can say that. What does the postman do? We just write a letter and just put it in the post box. What will happen? The postman will just go to that address and give it to that. Now, I have hot, if I just touch the hot vessel, so this organ will send a message to nerve system, and nerve system send the message to the brain, and what will happen, brain will just answer the nerve system and nerve system will answer the organ. So this is like a postman, a nervous system. Okay students, now here next, that is the here. So now coming to the brain. So what does the brain contain and what is there inside the brain, and this all the things, the three types of brains, okay, sorry, parts of the brains, then after spinal cord, nerves, care of the sense organs, and we will complete this chapter. Okay students, so here in your homework, what you just do in your homework, firstly we have seen the muscular system. So firstly you have to write down the muscular system, that what is it, what is consists, and other things, and then after types of muscles. Types of muscles. Then after the central nerve system. So here you have to write down that what does the central nerve system do. Okay, so this is your homework. So here it is the muscular system. In that you have to write down what is the muscular system, what it consists of, and how they work, and that all. Then after types of muscles, here you have to write down two types, that is voluntary and involuntary. So what is voluntary and what is involuntary, that also you have to write down. Then after thirdly, what does the central nerve system do? So central nerve system, and just saying the answer only, okay. So the central nerve system do what? They just pass the message from body part to the brain, and brain to that body part. This is the work of the central nerve system. So that you have to write from the book, which is written in sentences. I have just said the moral of that. Okay. So this is your homework, and we will meet in the next video. Okay. Bye students.